Do you believe in energy? Certain energy. There are so many people around us. We are surrounded by so many people. We keep meeting different people each day. Each person carries a certain energy, right? So the moment you stop seeing people as humans and you start seeing them as energy, the whole perspective changes. What do I exactly mean here? So the thing is, the energy, is a vibe. Every person carries a certain vibe. They walk in with a certain vibe. And that vibe is what actually attracts us. But do you get attracted to everyone around you or just anyone? Sometimes we are attracted to a certain person for some certain reason and we call that a vibe. So there are certain things about them, the energy, the aura around them is what actually attracts us. Why does this happen? So because when you feel that energy and the moment you stop seeing them just as labels or just as titles and you start feeling that energy, it's when you realize that there's something about the person that you like. It could be anyone. And I think that's how we make our friends. We, create a circle, and those are certain people with whom we are comfortable with. Family, friends, your lovers, anyone. So, how do we do this actually? So, your yoga is actually teaching you not just physical attributes on the mat, it's actually preparing you for the real world outside. How? It teaches you to notice, to feel, to protect, and most importantly, to choose. So, the self awareness, when you create your self awareness, when you are educating your own self, when you are understanding your own self, your inner consciousness, which is always, guiding you, that's how we end up choosing things in life. And that's how we choose people around us. Now, every energy might not make us feel comfortable. For example, a draining energy, a draining friend who's constantly complaining, nagging, gossiping. You're not comfortable with it. You don't enjoy that kind of company. What does that mean? It's a little negative energy, heavy energy. You kind of feel drained. Sometimes a stranger smiles at you and you smile back and you feel so good about it. Light energy. So there are certain energies around us. How do we choose this? If you are cultivating and you're working on your inner self, you are aware of your own senses. Yoga, the 4 pillars, remember? Ahar, Vihar, Achar, Vichar. What do you eat? How do you rest? How do you act? What do you think? Those are your energies, right? And when we are working on these energies, we are able to observe better. We notice, we understand. Most importantly, we protect our own energy. And that's how we actually maintain distance from people whom we are not comfortable with, or you feel like, okay, no, let me keep my own distance and draw a line. So these are those things when we are working our own self, we tend to develop self-awareness. The 4 pillars, they're constantly guiding us and working around us. And that's why I say that when you stop seeing people as humans and start seeing them as energies, the whole perspective just changes. Next time when you're dealing with someone, and if you just don't like something about it, change the energy. Everything shifts. And that's how you'll understand that it's not that bad to deal with certain people around.